ask her to start all over like
Okay.
she did like you did. Yeah.
Start all over.
And Asia, we do see you fine. Okay, things.
Awesome. I had trouble getting into. I closed everything out and just restarted.
Okay. Yeah, we're having some little issues on this side also. Things are seeming to come up slowly. But hopefully we will get Angela back in here because she's the star.
She is that.
Okay, well, in the meantime, if you are watching this live, welcome, welcome, welcome. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Also, if you are watching this in replay, know that you can fast forward right past this portion and get right into the show. Let's see, Angela, we do see you now. Can you say hello to make sure we can hear you? We do not hear you. We're having the same issue that the first time.
Now.
There we go.
Okay.
Now we got you. All right, cool. So we're all good now. I'm going to turn my mic down real quick for something to tell Jill something. So please stand by. Okay, everyone, we have just about 1 minute and 48 seconds. 1 minute and 48 seconds, and we're going to get right into the show. And that's season 8, episode 7. And we have Angela Jackson Brown and family here tonight. This is going to be an amazing show. I'm looking forward for it to begin, like anxious and like wiggling around in my seat and everything because I'm so excited about it. Now, also, people in the audience, we love your questions and comments. So if you're on YouTube or Facebook, you can post your questions or comments, and we will read them right on the air live. And remember, this isn't only our show, it's your show too. So all the audience members, you make the show better. And our guests make the show better. So please keep participating. We only have about another 42 seconds and we're going to get right into the show. So please stand by. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Welcome. This is I'm Right.
I'm Right.
And I'm Jill Cox-Cordova.
I'm Anthony Cordova.
And like we said before, welcome everyone. We're really happy you're here.
Welcome, and we are so excited this evening.
That's right.
Why are we excited?
Because we have special guests. We have several special guests tonight. And we're all excited.
Who are all these special guests, Jill?
Well, we have author Angela Jackson Brown. We've got her husband, Robert. We've got her daughter, Asia. And we're going to be talking a little bit later on about adult adoption and Angela's latest book.
Oh, cool. Cool. And Angela's like famous.
She is.
Hey,
She is.
Hey, if you all don't believe us, Just Google her. That's all you have to do. We don't have to say all of her accomplishments. Just
Accomplishments?
accomplishments. Ooh, I'm tongue tied today. Accomplishments. There we go.
Got a
But
lot
yeah,
of them.
just check it out. Just check her out and buy her book. Actually, so,
That's right.
yeah.
That's right.
So cool. So what are we doing, Jill? What's up? What's
Well,
up? What's
first,
up?
let's get to our first segment that we call
Stand by your stance.
Woo!
Oh.
Stand by your stance.
Okay. So I thought, since we're talking about adult adoption, which it's not a story you hear every day.
Adult adoption.
Yes, yes. All the
So-
states, all the states have a law about adult adoption, where people can adopt you, even at any age. And in some states, they're even like they say that the person doesn't even have to be older than you to adopt you.
Oh, now that works. I need someone younger to adopt me.
Why? Why is that?
So, when it's time for me to go, when I reach that age where I'm going to pass away and go to the other side, there'll be someone there to take care of that for me.
You have children.
But adopted parent would do it also.
Oh,
To
okay.
take that load off the
So who would
kids.
you want? So this is stand by your stance. Who would you want to adopt you?
Well, you know what? We both thought about this. And both of us came up with the same answer. And I know this person is not going to believe I mentioned them, but we have
right?
we have a nickname for her, and it's Superhero. So Superhero, we want to be adopted. Well, Jill, do you want to be adopted by Superhero? I do.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah,
I
she
do.
knows who she is, so
Yes, because she has a fabulous life, and so I would just, if she doesn't want to adopt me, I would at least be her assistant, because the things that she does and the places she goes, they're just fantastic life. And if she said no, I would go with your sister.
Oh, gee.
I have a lot of fun with your
I don't want my
sister.
sister to adopt me. Oh, heck no. No. But hey, Jill, let's keep the show moving.
Let's keep it moving. So let's get to one of our special guests is Angela Jackson Brown in the house. Yay!
What a celebrity. Wow. Fabulous. Amazing.
For the audience.
Tony. Hi, Jill.
Hi.
So for the audience, if you didn't know, and if you know me, you know Angela's work, because I talk about her books all the time. Angela, you've written what, 6 books now?
Yes. Oh my goodness. Well, yes. I mean, I published 6 books, and I have another book out there being shopped around that I co-wrote with a person I went to school with at our school.
Oh, wonderful.
That is cool.
That's fantastic. Well, your latest book is called Untethered. And I read this book, and it's the first book, I'm saying this in all honesty, it's the first book that I can remember making me laugh and cry. Like, I was boo-hooing in parts of it, but I was also laughing at parts of it. I'm not going to give any spoilers or anything like that. But I'm very curious about you. The protagonist in your book is a woman who is single, and she runs a foster care group home. Where did that idea come from?
Wow. You know what, Jill? I first got the idea for this book when I was about 22 years old, and I was a student taking a creative writing class. And I thought I had all the tools necessary to write that story. And then I got maybe a chapter and a half in, and I realized girl, you don't have any children. You 20 something years old. You don't know anything about anything. Put that book away. And so I put the book away. And maybe about 3 years ago, we were moving again. And I said, okay, I got to get rid of all this stuff. I've got to let this, I've just been carrying this box around forever. But I looked in the folder and saw those 2 chapters and realized I was right. I didn't have what it took to write that book, but I liked the premise. So I sort of allowed it to kind of grow from there, from my original idea, and then expanded on it based on the knowledge that I gathered after, all those years.
Yeah, what, like another 8 years?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. All right. That's all it took.
Well, recently, this book, and again, I want to tell everyone it's Untethered, and you can buy it wherever books are sold, but you could go to bookshop.org. I'm always plugging bookshop.org. But recently, this book, Angela, had was on People Magazine's list twice, not once, which is, like a dream for many authors. We're talking twice. So the first one was back in December. Your book came out in December, and People Magazine put it on best books to read that came out in December. And then it's Black History Month right now, and now it's on their People Magazine's list for books, 21 books. They only chose 21 books out of all the books out there for Black History Month. So how does that feel? What is that like?
Girl.
She had to bring out the girl. Oh, girl.
You know what? I'm gonna give all the credit to my daddy, and I'm gonna tell you why. When I was a little girl, he would have me run to the grocery store and get the People magazine. And that's what he called it. Go get the People magazine. Because he liked keeping up with all the Hollywood people, all the gossip. My daddy wasn't a gossiper by nature, but he loved to gossip about the people in Hollywood. And the People magazine was his go-to. So I said, okay, Daddy, I see you operating on the celestial realm, making sure my book is getting seen in the People magazine. So, it's amazing. And then to see the people that the book was listed with, it's just
tell people. I saw the list. Tell people who's on that list.
It's almost embarrassing because I'm like, how did my little book get in there? Like, did somebody there make a mistake, get confused? But oh my goodness,
they did not.
People that I love, like Toni Morrison, Maya Angelou, Jessamine Ward. I mean, Percival Everett. I mean, I don't even know where to go with that. Roxane Gay. Yeah, just some heavy hitters, and I'm honored that I'm bringing up I'm the caboose, and I'm happy to be in the caboose position with that list of amazing writers. Yeah, that just blows my mind.
Well, you definitely belong on that list for sure.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Fabulous writing.
So I'm glad that they saw that too. So we're here tonight to also talk about adult adoption. And so I want to bring in
adult adoption.
I want to bring in two more of your family members.
Yes.
We have Robert Brown, who is your husband, and we have your adopted daughter. I can't say that.
Adopted daughter.
Yes.
Yes.
Asia. So welcome. So I want to take us back to 2014, Asia. When is that the year that you signed up to take a class that Angela taught?
Yes. It was 2014. I can never remember if it was an African American literature or if it was a creative writing course, but it was definitely the class that made me want to change my major. I started out as a telecommunications major, and I moved over to creative writing.
All right. Well, in the end, you chose the right direction.
You chose right.
Okay. Who knew you were going to get a parent out of it?
Right.
Right.
Right. But did you instantly click? Like, what was that like?
It's so funny because when I talk about the story with mom, we have two different versions of this. But I had my mommy for my creative writing course. I think I was a sophomore in college, and I remember turning in writing that I was working hard on, or I thought I was working hard on, and I would get it back, and I had C's. I was getting D's.
Marking
But
all
I
over it.
I mean,
Oh,
paper marked up in red, and I would go to my friends, and I'd be like, "That lady don't like me. That lady is so mean to me. Why is this lady giving me D's?" And I really spent like a whole semester thinking that she didn't like me. But the turning point was when she assigned us this big project, and I remember I chose to do my project. A like a batch of poems about Emmett Till because at the time I was recognizing the similarities between his death and Trayvon Martin. And so I had like this burst of inspiration to write these short poems about it. And I gave them, turned them in, and she called me to her office. And I'm like, oh, she's about to give me my F face to face. But no, she actually told me how much she loved it. We ended up collaborating on a play together, and honestly, that was like the rest is history. We connected through
wow.
working on that project so much, and it's a really beautiful memory I have of my time in college.
Oh, I love
That is
it. So,
fantastic.
Robert, when did you meet Asia?
Um, right around that time period. That of course, I feel like I'm always the last one to know, which
That's
is,
what I was going to say. I was going to ask, when did you find out? Like, this is the way I see it, Robert. The Angela walked up to you and said, "Here, sign this."
yeah. Well, it
That's
was
probably what happened.
my brother is a little more involved with
And
involved
really,
with
I
that,
think that's what happened.
Tony, that's what you really think about me,
I just,
brother.
yeah, yeah, sign this. Sign this.
But no, I do remember Angela really talking about Asia, and of course, I mean this was at a midwestern school, Ball State University. Diversity is not huge on their radar map, and you know that's just demographics. It's the nature of parts of the country that we do live in. So for first of all, for Angela to see students like she was is always a touch point. And then she always makes herself, one of the things I'm most proud about her is that she always recognizes that responsibility that she has in that community to this group of students. And there was something very special about what Asia, what they both end up giving to each other, and that really resonated uh, with me. And then the first time that we met, it was just an sometimes in life you come across moments that are easy, and you don't know
Mhm.
why they were easy. This was easy. It
Wonderful.
was
That is wonderful.
That
When
is.
it's right, it's right.
And you can feel it.
And there's something I say, and I did not coin this phrase, but love is love.
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't matter how it comes. It doesn't matter whether it's romantic love or whether it's family love or whatever type of love it is. Love is love, and when you see it, you should really embrace it. So
Yeah.
in all of your case here, all of you recognize that. Love is love. Don't worry about all the rest. Don't worry about society and what they think and what they say. And being that all of you were able to see that and feel that, which is even more important, is just amazing. And I actually commend all of you
I
because
do
this
too.
is really special.
It really is. That's why I was so excited to talk to you all. So, Asia, when did you start calling them mom and dad?
Oh my goodness. Um, I felt like mom, honestly, when we started working on our play Black Lives Matter too, I was calling you mama. I was calling her Mama Angela from
Okay,
like
that's
every
that's
session
how you
forward.
work that in. We'll go with Mama Angela
It was
first.
Mama
Okay.
Angela, and then it was Robert, and then it's just seamlessly transitioned almost without just thinking like easily mommy daddy.
Yeah.
And
It
Right.
happened
Angela,
so
how did that
seamlessly.
make you feel?
Oh, you know what? But all of the kids, I call them kids, but all of the kids that I worked with in the theater world, almost all of them called me Mama Angela. And and then any kid that comes into my, come into my orbit, I almost inevitably become Mama Angela. That's just how it always was. But with Asia, it just kind of hit different. And it's not that I love my other kids any less. It's just it was almost like, wow, this could be something
Mhm.
bigger than even just the honorary mama name that I've
Mhm.
gotten from all of the other kids, that this little girl could really become, someone even more important than I originally thought she would be. She filled a void in my life in terms of wanting a daughter, and I think I feel that void for her in terms of wanting a mom. And I think because we both had some similarities in terms of our upbringing and our previous life, we connected on a lot of different levels. So it was an easy transition. And for the longest, we were comfortable just being her honorary parents. We weren't
Mhm.
necessarily seeking to do anything beyond just whatever you need us for, we're there.
So, Robert, that changed though when Asia's fiance, David, came to you all and asked for your blessing to propose. So, how did that make you feel?
Oh, it was perfect.
Oh,
Uh,
he
It,
ugly cried. Tell the truth, Mom. See,
no, I didn't.
he ugly
these two,
cried.
these two are so much alike. I mean, they are well, actually, and our other son, Justin, they are the emotional ones. I am Dr. Spock. It's hard for me. I'm not an emotional one. He's the emotional one. So when David came to us came to Robert first and asked, I mean, he was just blubbering all over the place.
Wow, that is amazing. As you can see, we have one picture up right now of the three of you. So that is cool. All right, chill. Now, well, we have more
Well, I was just gonna bring them
Oh,
up
Yeah.
as we keep talking.
Yeah, yeah,
Don't we look alike?
we really
yeah.
do.
Actually, yes.
Yes, yes, yes. So
My
is that Justin in the
That's
picture?
Justin. That's Justin.
That's my big
One of
brother.
one of my relatives used to say back in the day, she said, if you feed a kid long enough, they'll start to look like you. And I said, well, they've been at my table enough that all my babies start to look like me, I guess.
And
Yeah.
Asia, when did you meet Justin?
It's just one big happy family.
I met
Yeah.
Justin a few years ago, actually, working on another play with mom, and actually one of my one of my earliest memories of Justin was I had actually dislocated my shoulder working on set with one of mom's plays. I was just clumsy. I fell. And
Oh,
he actually followed me to the hospital and made sure I got checked in and everything. So he's just always had a big brother role over me, even before it was like official. Like it
Yeah.
just like I said, it all came together so seamlessly.
Hmm.
oh,
Sorry, I'm a crybaby.
All right. Well,
And,
you
and
might
we
get us
oh.
crying.
That's right. That's right.
Gee.
That's beautiful. Like we said, this is a really special story.
and we
So,
have another son, Michael. And so
Mhm.
when we talked, one thing that we wanted to make sure before we made it official with Asia is we wanted to talk to both boys and to make sure that they understood what our thoughts were. and especially Justin. Justin is never he's the spoiled one. He's the baby. So we wanted him to co-sign,
Not anymore.
But the funny thing about it, the funny
Anymore.
thing about it, when I called him and I mentioned, Asia, and I don't know how we got to that conversation, but he said, we ought to adopt her. And then it was like it was his idea.
Oh,
And so, there was never any hesitation on his part or Michael's part or any of the of our family. She's been to Alabama and met all the Alabama kin, and
All
everybody
right.
just loves her. She fits right in. It's like she's
Cool.
been here all the time.
It
oh,
really
that's
does feel that
beautiful.
way.
So, Asia, did you get a proposal and adoption papers the same, like around the same time? Like, how
Honestly,
did
it
that
was
work?
all within like a month of each other. I think I think I if I'm correct, I think I got the when mom and dad came to me about the adoption, I think that was like a month before David proposed. So like for 2-3 months, it was just like a whirlwind of just like over the moon emotions. Like I was unbelievably happy. Just so much was going on. I'm like, I got my parents, I got my man. Like this is great.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's
This is
wonderful.
so cool. So, Angela, you already did write about this, but this fiction, okay.
Well, that wasn't
So,
that's not
I
the same
mean,
story.
not the same. Yeah, it's not the same story, but are you going to write about your story? I mean, your story, this story.
Asia and I have talked about collaborating on something together.
Mhm.
So I think if it happens, it'll be the two of us writing it. I
100%.
cause
Oh,
yeah.
I can't wait. I can't
Oh,
wait
that'll be
for that.
beautiful. I know it. I know it. Especially since both of you, I already know that Angela has a great sense of humor because every time I'm around her, she just constantly makes me laugh. But Asia, you have the same sense of humor, I believe.
I got it from my
So,
mama.
yep, yep. So that's beautiful. Well, we do have a comment. First of all, I want to welcome our audience members who are joining us from Facebook and YouTube and wherever else they are.
Yes,
And
welcome.
so we have really Charlie here tonight. I think this
He was
first comment
first, yes.
is for us, Tony.
Yeah, I think
Because
it
he says
is.
if you all get adopted, you will. Remember we were talking about being adopted by the same person, superhero. That well, she'll put us in separate
Separate
rooms.
rooms.
Whatever.
She might.
She might do
She
that.
might do that. I'll be pissed, but
But Charlie also says, "I love this story," so that's to you all.
Thank you, Charlie.
Yeah.
Connie is here tonight, and Ronaldo. Hi, Connie and Ronaldo.
hi y'all.
We also have a comment from Diane, who's been a guest on our show before. She's an author too. I should actually introduce you all together. But it says, "Congrats, Angela, on making the People Book List. Asia, you are vibrant. Robert, you're supportive. As a writer and adoptive parent, I can relate. Yes, feeding kids." Makes them look like you. I feel the love.
If you don't want them to look like you, don't feed them.
Don't feed them.
There's something in that food. You don't put your foot in that food, and this is what happens.
That's it.
Wow. Ooh, gee, we got to remember that.
Yeah, right? Right?
Yeah.
Well, shall we get to our last segment?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure, why not?
It's a segment that we call
I'm trying to help you.
So,
we wanted to talk about well, how would you help our audience, especially in this era that we're in, people just really want to feel connected to others. And you all have like made that legal.
Yes.
Right? So what advice do you have for people, who need that connection?
Yeah. I think for us, obviously, well, we gave Asia a couple of options. One option was just be aware that we want this. We want to be your forever family, but it can look however you want, whether
Mm-hmm.
that is we do it legally or whether we stay connected on an emotional level. Just know that we will be there for you through every phase of your life as your parents. And she chose that she was good with us formally adopting her. So I think that's important for us. But I think, so much of my life has been about chosen family. People that have come into my life at a time when I needed them, and nothing legal took place. It was just these were the people that I knew at midnight I could call and they would pick up the phone
Mm-hmm.
if I needed them. So I think whatever an individual chooses, whether it's a formal adoption, whether it's an emotional adoption, or whether it's just, I'm going to be there for you through thick and thin, that's the important thing. Um, so, yeah.
Very good. I
Robert, do you
love
have
that
anything to
answer.
add to that or want to
Oh,
say?
yeah. And I'll try not. Well, there's an author that I read, a book I read decades ago, Illusions: The Story of a Reluctant Messiah, written by Richard Bach, who wrote Jonathan Livingston Seagull. And in that book, there's a quote that says, and I'll paraphrase it, that the bond that links members of a true family together are respect and joy for each other's lives. Rarely do members of one family grow up under the same roof. Um,
Mm.
and I think that you touched on the idea of connectiveness, and I firmly believe that we are all connected. We all grow from the same root, and when we let the forces of the world push us apart and say, well, you're different because of who you love, or you're different because of how much money you make, or you're different because of how you were educated, that we lose track of that central identity that we all ultimately share. Uh, for for me, especially when I watch Asia and Angela, it's this incredibly beautiful thing that happens, and Angela touched on it, to where there are things that she needed and was unaware that she needed it. And I believe the same thing is true with Asia. And they fit so perfectly together. It was this seamless uh, bond, that, to me, when I look at it, it's the glory in all of us at work. And all that we did was just allow ourselves to being able to receive that, being able to push our ego away in a manner of speaking, and just receiving this unbelievably uh, wondrous gift. And Asia is that for us. It is this unexpected, incredibly beautiful thing. And every time I try to define it, I somehow feel like I lessen it to a degree, if that makes sense.
No, you don't
You don't.
lessen it.
You don't.
No,
You
that
don't.
did not come across that you lessened it in any way.
That was beautiful.
Actually, well spoken. I have said many of the same things that you said tonight, often.
It's beautiful.
Now, Asia.
And
Now with the
Asia, you get the
Asia.
last word on this.
Oh my gosh, where to even begin? I think if anything, I would just say like this whole like just adoption process and the bond that we've shared since like 2014, mom and dad, is just like dreams do come true. Um dreams come true. I used to wonder like who was going to be there for me when I get married, when I get a job, when I'm trying to buy a home, like big moments in my adult life. I finally have. I don't have to worry and wonder about that anymore. Um, And also, it's just like a testament to how amazing teachers are, because mommy was my teacher first. And I remember just like, first of all, like my first black teacher at that school. So that was like really impactful for me. And then she was always talking about like Toni Morrison, and it made me like, well, who's this Toni Morrison lady that she keeps talking about? Maybe I was like trying to like read the stuff she was reading so I could like be able to talk to her more and stuff. It's like I just realized how much I wanted her to like me, which is so crazy when I think about it now, because it's just like it's that love has just always been there, and we just didn't even realize it. And from like me being able to like go to mom's house and work on projects, and then meeting dad, and dad, I still remember the first dessert you made my first night hanging out with you guys. It was a lemon meringue pie. Like I
Oh.
just, it's so deeply rooted in me, just like how easy we all came together and the love that we built and that we share. And I'm happier than I've been in years. And I say that like every day. Like it's not an exaggeration. Mom and dad make me the happiest woman alive. I'm so grateful for them,
Aw.
all the lessons I've learned, all the lessons I'm continuing to learn. So for me, my ending statement is dreams do come true, because I dream to have two people who loved me, who would see me as their child, see me as their daughter, and I have that now, and everything is perfect.
It's beautiful.
Mhm.
It's a beautiful story. How old were you
Absolutely.
when you all made this legal?
It was
That was last year.
yeah, it was
Oh my
so I
God.
was
So 28.
28, yeah.
Okay.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I
Wow.
love it. I'm sure
And
you're an
it is.
inspiration to everyone who hears this story. So I hope that you all do write the story. I'm happy that we could be here tonight and discuss it. And you all will. I'm going to send you this link after the show ends. So that you all can always have this moment
Oh, thank
to watch and share. But I'm happy that we could be a small part of it
Yes,
tonight
yes,
to
I
to
am.
make people aware.
And, I am really, I've met you, Angela, face to face, but I haven't met Asia and Robert
And
yet.
yet I feel like I know both of
And
you.
you.
yeah, but I'm really looking forward to meeting Asia and Robert
Me too.
also.
Me too. I
And
feel
of
like I
As
already
course,
know
seeing
you.
well.
you again, Angela, because Angela and I have an interesting relationship, even though we've only seen each other briefly. But the first time she met me, she was like, "Why are you so happy?"
He was he was kind of bouncing off the walls though at the time. So the question was legitimate.
Why are you
Like
so
why? What
happy?
is with him?
I told you I'm Dr. Spock, so I give a side eye to all this unnatural happiness. Like joy. What's going on with Tony?
Yeah, but I don't know. Here you have Asia. She has not stopped smiling.
Oh, I'm like this
Period.
whenever I'm around them.
Like,
That's beautiful.
but this is fantastic.
And one
I
of
love
our
this.
viewers, Ronaldo, and Connie is here too, by the way. So Ronaldo and Connie are married. And Ronaldo says, "Great show. Thank you for sharing the love." And that is what I feel.
Love, love,
I feel the love.
love.
I do.
I
Thanks,
love
Ronaldo.
love.
Thank you.
Yeah, even my one of my emails is the man about love,
Yeah.
because I am serious about that. Love really is love, and much like Robert said, we need to stop. Oh, they're different because of that. They're different because of their income. They're different because of where they live. They're different because of the country they come from. They're different because people find all of these reasons why we're different, but really we're all the same. See,
Yeah.
everybody else is looking for differences. So we're the same, and we need to treat each other that way,
Yeah.
because we are the same. We really are. We come from the same source. Okay, and for people to divide themselves, we don't even have to have somebody else divide us. We'll do it all on our own, and it's just not right. It's not right.
Yeah.
So all of you are a perfect example of how to do it right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And
Wonderful
thank
family.
you.
I just like now I'm going to be smiling the rest of the night. Well, we do appreciate you all coming on tonight. I know how busy all of you all are. I see, Asia, I'm going to join you on Facebook, but Robert and Angela, I do follow on Facebook, and so I know how busy all of you all are. So thank you for taking the time to come and speak with us and tell your story and as Ronaldo said, share the love.
And tell Justin we're looking forward to
Yeah, we
meeting
want to
him
meet Justin
also.
too.
I know he so wanted to be here, but you know, when you have a job within the food services industry, you just have to show up when they tell you to show up.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Yeah. And we'll have to meet your fiance too, Asia.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Yep.
All right. Cool.
All right.
All right.
Anything else?
I think that's it. I think we're almost like on a wrap here.
Okay. Well, we're going to let you go. Like I said, I will email you all the link to the show afterwards, and you can do whatever you want to with it.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
All right.
Hi.
Much love to all of you all.
And
Much
you
love.
don't have to do anything. You don't have to hit your X or anything right now. We're going to start closing out the show, so hang tight. We'll just take you off the screen, and but we'll still be here for a moment or two.
We will.
All right, Jill.
All right,
that was so wonderful. I feel so
Oh,
happy.
Me too.
Happy,
Me
happy.
too.
Feel the love.
Okay, so we're gonna wrap it up, and I
are.
guess to do that, we'll talk about next week.
There we are. So next week, make sure you tune in to I'm Right. That's going to be episode number 8 with Chris Marsh is going to be here. She's another fabulous author. This has turned into a book show. So that's
Well, you
February
know,
26th.
I do book the guests.
8 p.m. Eastern, so check that out. And remember to check us out every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. That's I'm Right at 8 p.m. Eastern. And you can also check out the show at Cox-Cordova.com. Also, after show anyone, we need your input. If there's any shows you want us to do, a topic you want us to talk about, or maybe you want to be the guest, let us know. And we'll take care of it. So, Jill, pressing buttons.
I am. I'm pressing buttons.
Just press that button. And let's go with that for now.
Oh.
And so we're going to say goodbye to all of you. Love you all.
Love you.
Really do. Love you all. So till next time. Bye. 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 Bye, Jill. Bye, Jill. Jill will not take us out. Bye.